Just wow. Now, the award winner, in fact, Nathaniel Atto did incredible by giving that wonderful introduction to my guests this morning. And award-winning all-male quartet. They've been in existence for years. And, I mean, for a little while now, I know that quite a number of you have asked questions in relation to where is Alabaster Box? Where have they been all this while? What is going on? What have they been up to? Well, they are seated right here with me this morning. So all the questions they have been wondering, all the things you've been wondering about the Alabaster Box, send them right about now. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I like that.
Yeah.
You do it again.
Oh, good morning.
How are you doing?
We're good.
See, I'm super excited to have you here. I mean, seeing you here and about to have a wonderful conversation with you. I have listened to you growing up. My father literally would play your music.
Your father?
My father, yes, literally would play. Not that you are too old.
That's how young. Yeah, that's how you are making us feel now. Your father used to play our music.
Not that you're too old, but I literally grew up listening
to Alabaster Box.
To Alabaster Box, and I'm excited that you're here with us this morning.
Okay, so you heard this one. Welcome, where's Olo? Aquapa, bon arrivé. Welcome, where's Olo? Aquapa, bon arrivé. Welcome, where's Olo? Aquapa. Banaba Hamburap, Zumbera Mama Zumbe, Zumbera Mama Zumbe, Zumbera Mama Zumbe, Zumbera Matanana, Zumbe, Zumbera Mama Zumbera Mama Zumbe, Zumbera Mama Zumbe, Zumbera Mama Zumbe. Welcome, welcome, where's Olo? Aquapa. Bon arrivé. You were introducing some notes, pal.
You still got it.
Thank you.
You're trying.
You still got it.
You're trying, sponsor.
Well, I mean, I would want you to introduce yourself first because I know that viewers would be wondering who you really are.
Who's
so
this
please,
young guy?
Yes, who is this young one amongst them? So please introduce yourself. Sorry? Alfred. Okay.
Man.
So Alfred belongs to a group called the Sons of God.
Okay.
And they are one of the groups we are mentoring.
Right.
And so I can understand when you said that your father used to play our song. Okay, now we are mentoring people like this.
Yes. So when you say one of the groups, meaning you've not...
quite a number of them, the Psalms and quite a number of them that look up to us. But our main sons that we have, that when they stand somewhere and they are singing, you think, if you look away, you think you are hearing Alabaster Box. Sons of God.
Wow.
Yes, very solid.
Then it means you've done a good job. They have done a good job, right?
We're doing our bit.
You're doing your bit.
I like the way he responded to that.
Yeah.
And none of us was like,
You are doing incredible.
We are living testimonies.
You are living testimonies, exactly. Now,
maybe you should do all the talking.
Yeah.
So, you've been in existence since what, like 1995?
Yes, 95.
Yes.
95.
And so I chanced on an interview of yours back in 2014, where one of you said something which was very interesting about the fact that Ghanaian artists wanting to be international, what would they do? How can they be recognized internationally? And you did mention about the fact that when you first time traveled outside the country to Australia, and you performed, you were doing it in English, and they were just seated there.
Yeah.
Not really vibing with you until you did it in our local language. And they were vibing.
Exactly. So it's not just the singing it in our local language, but even the kind of melodies to sing it. So we can always go somewhere, do the normal Alabaster, acapella, do what. But that one, sometimes we ask ourselves, Kwame Ahin, because if you go out there, they're doing way better than you do.
Okay.
So what are you also what different
What's
are you also
authentic
bringing
to you?
to the table?
Yeah.
So when we do our kind of melodies, it's like they are wild. They're like they've not heard this before. And indeed, in Australia, for instance, because of the uniqueness that we brought to the table, quite a number of the stages that some performers couldn't come, we were just asked to just go and perform, because anytime we perform, the crowd just followed us to the next stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
They actually abandoned the next coming act, and they followed us to the next stage. So everybody realized that, look, if you want people to come to this event, this is the group. So we actually went on radio to go and promote. We're going to talk about the festival and things like that. So that was one of the things. So, and I believe that it is, apart from the fact that the hand of God was in it, the uniqueness is also very, very important. Yeah. That's one thing we've seen everywhere we went.
What was the kind of melody that you're using? I mean, you still use it, but
Yes.
what was it called? Did you have a name for it?
Yeah, we call it
Acapella.
Acapella.
Yes.
So what, African acapella?
Exactly.
Yeah, African.
So that's what we
Smart.
did.
Yes.
So like for something like this. I mean, where else can you hear this?
What?
Apart from Ghana.
What?
Yeah, you can't hear this from anywhere. So the uniqueness is very, very
A little
important.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Rhythm.
So like
Rhythm.
My goodness.
this one.
See, at this point, I feel like dissolving into the ground and just leaving the segment for you to just perform. You've got it like no one's business. You still have it from years ago and everything. Now, the reason that I brought that particular interview up was I wanted to know this, that would you say that you still stand on the fact that maybe that language isn't necessarily or shouldn't necessarily be a barrier with Ghanaian artists wanting to go international?
I honestly don't think so, because some of the big musicians that hit here, even gospel, Igwe song.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of Yoruba or something, and then a little bit of English in Angelique Kidjo when she's singing. Agoro, do you understand? Agoro. Do you understand?
What does it
but it was a hit.
We don't understand either.
You don't?
Yeah, it was a hit.
But we were singing, yeah. Okay.
You understand? So those are the things. I mean, these songs become big hits here. Music is a universal language.
Yeah.
You understand? And like we're saying, anywhere we've gone to, people actually walk to us and come and ask, on which of your albums do you have this song? And the song, it is a white man, and the song they're asking for is not an English song. It's a song because of the rhythms you play. They say, on which of your albums do you have this song? Then we said, give me 10 of that. Okay. They are not even asking, you sing a song that, they are like the kind of doo-wops kind of song they are very familiar with. They don't even ask for that. But the one that you sang that they didn't understand, they come and ask you, which of your albums have got this song? When you tell them, they say, give me 20 of that one.
Because of late, you have quite a number of Ghanaians who complain about a lot of artists not wanting to, especially, let's say, some example, rap, not doing it in English. If you're doing it in Chi, how can you go international?
No. I think the genre also comes to bear. For instance, if you're singing gospel music, the message, most of the message is in what you are singing.
Yes.
So people need to understand. But if you're doing Afropop, which is now very popular, I think the vibing goes, the vibing also is there. Then not necessarily, people might not necessarily understand, but they might vibe with you. Now, Sami mentioned somebody asking for a particular song. Some of the places we've stood to sing might not be churchy. It might not be churchy per se. So that's where you have people come to us asking and maybe they are fond of our music, not because of the message we have, but because of the rhythms and our Africanness and the way we do our stuff here. So it depends on the genre and the people you're reaching out to. So if you're doing gospel, obviously they want to hear what you're singing.
Yeah.
If you're doing any other thing, yes, they might want to know, but it's more about the rhythm, something that's fresh, something that's new, something they've not heard before. Then they start vibing to that before they want to find out what you're singing. So some of these popular Afro-pop songs, sometimes I don't understand the words myself, but everybody's vibing to them.
And I think it's also good when you do sort of like a hybrid. Maybe you have a song that has got both English and the local. So maybe the main theme of the song is you use the local language as maybe the title of the song. Yeah. But then inside there you put English, so that at least people will actually try to get to understand like the whole thing. Yeah. For instance, if you listen to Joe Metals' Bononi, there's some English in there, but then there's Ghana as well. Do you understand? So it's that kind of mix too. It helps a lot.
It helps a lot. Now, which continent have you not been to?
Japan?
No, we've not been to Asia.
Asia. Okay.
Asia, I think that's it.
How is that so?
We have to go.
Europe?
Yes.
Have you been to Europe?
Yeah.
To the UK.
You've been to Europe.
UK.
Exactly. So Asia is where we've not been to.
Are there any plans?
South America?
South America. South America, you haven't been there either.
Yeah.
So
but the good news is our songs on the streaming platforms are doing quite well in Brazil of all places.
Okay.
So let me send a big shout out to our manager Albert Kito, who's watching right now. Send us to South America, we'll go.
Please,
we'll go.
Make it happen.
And then Asia.
Yeah, Asia.
Yeah.
We'd love to go to Asia.
We want to go to China.
Okay.
No, I want to go to Japan.
And I think at this point, I'll just find it out. But then, what exactly have you been up to? It looks like we're not really hearing much of Alabaster Box. So
I should have.
Maybe you are the lead for doing certain things.
No. Okay, so we are still around. We get asked this question a lot of times. We are still around. We are still honoring invitations. It's been more difficult as the years are going on because we have other things we're doing. Sammy used to work here.
Yeah.
He's now his own boss, doing well, on his own. Gideon is a real estate developer. Nice. I'm a graphic designer, amongst other things. I dabble in different things as well.
Michael is a banker.
Michael is a banker. And Michael is not here because he lives and works from Kumasi. All right. So as and when, depending on the size or the availability of him or the kind of program we get invited to, we make ourselves available. So that has been one challenge or the other. We have a single we've been meaning to record, and even that has its challenges, because but we are still around, no doubt about it. Absolutely. We're still going strong. Yeah. Somebody asked whether we've disbanded. Somebody said we haven't. Whether we're retiring, there's no chance.
Wow.
We're retiring as long as I have breath. We have breath.
Yes.
We'll be doing this. What excites us is the fact that, and I thank God, Alfred is here. That there's somebody to, as it were, carry on the legacy, and they're doing quite well. That's not to say that we are out of, rotation, but we're just glad that there are younger ones out there. There's a whole host of groups out there doing exceedingly well. I mean, the only problem is they are not as out there as we wish they would. But there's a whole bevy of groups out there that are doing exceedingly well, especially from our brothers in the SDA church. And what we probably have to do going forward is do a lot more of that and reach out to more of those groups and try.
There's actually a group, a WhatsApp group that we've established. In fact, there's an association that has been established.
Yes, Acapella.
Acapella group, yes. So we are in there. I mean, we are at the background trying to help to move things around. So yes, things are happening, and some of the groups are actually trying to see whether they can adopt even our style of music as sort of like a stable,
like a default,
like a stable on their album, so that maybe every album you come up with, should have some
yeah.
Acapella
Right.
song in there so that we can push that genre. You understand? So that when it comes to that kind of genre, it's not just Alabaster Box. Everybody else is doing this so that people can know that if you will talk about Acapella coming from Ghana, this is how it sounds like. So that's something we've talked about.
You've transcended through the years and, you know, the dynamics that have come with our tastes and preferences when it comes to music, especially here in Ghana. Do you believe or do you think that now, with Acapella, Ghanaians are accepting it, understanding it as it used to be? Has it grown? Is it still the same? How is the responses like with Acapella?
Ghanaians, I think Ghanaians' attitude towards it has always been the same, as you know.
Yeah.
I remember I did, of course, because the other hat I wear is in journalism. So I did an article some time ago, and I make the point that look, when, for instance, Ghana Music Awards, there was a time they pegged us against one male artist who plays with instruments, okay? But we sing a cappella. And there was a debate on TV and radio. And one of the pundits was saying that, look, these guys, they don't sing with instruments, everything. Listen to the vocal dexterity. Listen to them. They don't go off. Put off the music from the other man's voice. And let's play just his voice. And compare it to these people, then you can know who should qualify as male artists. Because that thing is not a popularity contest. Okay. It's a technical thing.
Yeah.
But one was arguing that, look, this guy is more popular than Alabaster Box. Someone said, it's not a popularity contest. So from on the back of that, I actually made an argument that, look, we probably need to create a specific category for a cappella music. Then on the Ghana Music Award, because this comparison where you're there, I don't think it's fair. Because technically, you can't compare the two.
No.
One is singing with instruments. If you put up the instruments right now, you will see
What was the category that you were nominated
Vocal
for?
performance.
Male vocal performance.
Male vocal performance
of the year.
A lifetime ago.
okay.
Do you understand? So it came down to just two of us. I think it was us and Nana Finn.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and he won. He won because some of the pundits making arguments for him, I mean, very big, some of this big. But I think the argument, and Yofi Grant made the argument that it's wrong for you to compare Alabaster Box to Nana Finn.
Nana Finn.
If you put off the instruments from Nana Finn's voice, you will hear the flaws. You will hear the flaws. Look, we are musicians. We know when you go to the studio, the instruments can cover a lot of things.
Yeah.
But this time, there's no instruments though.
You are the voice and the instrument.
Instruments cannot save
yeah.
you. The instruments cannot save you.
Yeah.
If you go off, you are off. If you are off, you are off. Do you understand? So why don't you establish a particular
category that would recognize a cappella?
But it looks like the people running the Ghana Music Award, they seem not to be interested. So maybe that's one of the reasons why this association came up, and they are trying to drive it from the association level where we now do festivals on our own, do stuff on our own, and then maybe
so it's like your own. You're not really. You don't feel a part of something, do you?
Yeah. So at some point, when they realize that, oh, look, this thing, they are driving it, they are doing festivals, maybe they would consider putting a category in the Ghana Music Awards. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we are looking for. That's what we are looking at.
But it then brings me back to the taste and preference thing. That maybe there's a possibility of the fact that when they look at the market, the demand for a cappella is not really as high.
Yes. That is true.
Yeah,
right.
Because we sing a lot, we go to programs a lot in this country.
Okay.
You go, even people buying your music, the purchasing is very low.
Right.
But let me travel to, let's say, America, Australia, anywhere, even go on one stage, perform. The number of CDs they buy there is probably what I'll be selling in Ghana for like 6 months.
Maybe whole year. We sold more on our travels.
Outside the country.
Yeah. No doubt about it. The numbers don't even come close.
Yeah. And even now, like he's saying, if you go on the streaming platforms, the people buying our music more.
Like you mentioned Brazil.
Yeah. Brazil.
Of all places.
Ghanaians, they wish that, Charlie, you can send it to them for free. Oh, Charlie.
No, somebody said, no, do you remember this? Somebody once said, Niamede beto enyuma meto nyumienu baako instruments nim. And the Metonia, that's more bargain.
That's what somebody said. So you see this, you see the attitude. Yeah. People don't even understand it. But you forget that it's when we are doing state functions and big functions. They want people to come and sing national anthem. They want people to come and normally it's Acapella. When they needed somebody to sing national anthem at the Blasters friendly match with Jamaica in Leicester. That time we were in London. Why didn't they go and call somebody else?
Do you feel the Ghanaians have appreciated you enough over the years?
No.
See,
No,
you believe that in a way they have?
But, I think those ones who are old enough doing area really appreciate us. Because most of the time when I'm talking to somebody and then I ask, do you know Alabaster Box? And I say, oh, sorry, you are young, so you don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're more appreciated by
the older folk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are quite a number of churches here who really like. It came to a point where people actually thought we were members of these churches because we were almost always there. Whatever they are doing, we are there to minister. When they are getting guests from abroad, they actually invite us. We want to let them know that there's something good in Ghana. What is that good thing in Ghana? Alabaster Box coming.
Only boom by your CD.
You
are part of the young generation, or you're a part of the proteges of Alabaster Box. How is Acapella doing now in Ghana?
Well, I would say that from like they said, it's been appreciated well by the older generation, because one of the reasons I have identified is that in our current generation, the Acapella groups, most of them are doing this foreign type of Acapella music.
Okay.
And I think back then, Alabaster Box, Shepherds, and other groups, they were doing more of our local renditions, harmonies.
Yeah.
But our generation have chosen to do more of the foreign harmonies. And like Papa Sam said, it's most of the times the foreign groups are doing it better. So when you are trying to imitate what they are doing, you may not match up to them. So when you take, it will
even be easy for you to get lost.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. We went to the UK and we met a group called the Blessed Voices.
Okay.
When they stood up on stage and sang, look, sometimes your heart can sink into your stomach. You're like, because you are up next.
Yeah.
So they sang good with
I remember that. I remember the song they sang.
Oh my word. Do you understand? So when we I told them, Charlie guys, we have quite a number of foreign style a cappella. So that we are not going to sing any of those. Let's go and sing local. When we mounted the stage and sang, the Blessed Voices guys, they stood up. They started jumping. Somebody said, Charlie, he feels like coming to do something on our beat. I'm like, you see? Yeah. They came to talk to us. They're like, when we were singing, our hearts were sinking to our stomach. We were like, so that's the thing. I mean, trust me, our uniqueness will take us far. There's no twist.
Speaking about uniqueness, so I did say earlier that growing up, I used to, my father would play. Yeah, my father.
Your father.
And so I also grew into loving you and everything. But whilst he would be playing Alabaster Box, alongside sometimes, he would be playing performances from Lady Smith Black Mambas.
Yes.
They're incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, but I used to think that, okay, was there a point where maybe you some way, somehow, you put together the group, right? Yes. Some way, somehow, did you get inspiration from them? Where really did it come from?
Okay, so the inspiration from two sources. Number one, we used to be in a very young church called Lateral Ministries. And in that church, we went for a camp. Now the camp, all the males, all the guys in the camp formed a group. It was like a dummy group. And then we call it Alabaster Singers.
Okay.
So we just sang songs like "Have a river of life flowing," those kind of things. That kind of thing. My God is able. Those songs.
Able.
So when we came back, I was like, Charlie, but this thing, it can work. But of course, we put it down somewhere.
Somewhere.
Then I went to a function at Royal House. At the time, it was IBWC. The name of the church was IBWC. Hey, Charlie, we have come from far. IBWC. Now today is a Himfi Royal House.
Yeah.
Then I met this group called Shepherds singing. I mean, very solid. When the sound, I listened to them. I was like, I have people in my church. These young guys in my church. If we come together, this one, we can be solid and do it, man. So from that on, I told myself, Charlie. So when I came back to church, I said, like, Charlie, guys, this thing that we started in camp, Charlie,
it can be done.
It can be done because I've seen some group be doing it, and Charlie, and that was how it started. So I got inspiration from that group, and I also got inspiration from the Shepherds, and we started this, and it's.
And Lady Smith, Black Mumbaso, I think have inspired. I mean, there's no doubt about.
Oh, yeah. My daddy used to play their songs. So
their inspiration, there's no doubt about. We look up to them. What they've done, the awards they've won, the places they look when they come together and tour the world. It's sold out.
Yes.
Always.
It's almost always sold out. When we were in Australia the same year, we were told they had come.
They came to Sydney. We were in Brisbane. They came to Sydney, and we were told that Charlie is sold out. So it's when I was growing up, listening to them, I didn't really think, oh, I want to be like them. And of course, as I grew up, I realized that, then I realized, Lady Smith, but growing up, I didn't really think, oh, I wanted to be like them.
You wanted to be like these people. Now, the fact that, we did establish the fact earlier, you've been to a lot of countries. Now, let's talk about Libya. Have you been to Libya?
Libya?
No, it was Shepherds that went to Libya.
Shepherds went.
Yeah, Shepherds went to. I think it was some government event, and they went to Libya. Yeah, in the government delegation. Yeah.
Okay.
So they went to. But
so Libya you've not been there?
No, we've not.
Why?
Why? Because we've not had an invitation to go to Libya.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know whether you have a follow-up question to that, but we don't mind, if there's anybody who wants to take us to Libya.
Yeah.
There's nowhere we won't go. Hallelujah.
You're open to go anywhere.
So where we have actually been, we've been to Nigeria.
And
Nigeria, we went for the experience.
The experience in Nigeria.
I think
the experience became popular.
Before
we were there.
Yes, exactly. So now experience is really, really very big now. But we were there. And the reason I mentioned experience, because experience is really big. I mean, I think it's about the biggest gospel music event in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Currently?
Nigeria has got a very big population.
Yeah.
And we are talking about a sitting capacity of like 500,000 people at Tafawa Balewa Square. Sitting down, on the ground, in the everywhere. Massive. Yeah. Massive. And everybody in gospel music in the world, they come.
Yeah.
At the year we went, Donny McCracken, Ezra Houghton, Michael Stampley, Don Moen, mention them. Everybody was there. Stinach and all just everybody.
Everybody. Now, I'm curious to know, in your years of being together, you've been a quartet all these years. Yes. Has there ever been a point where you felt the need to expand the number for Alabaster Box? Or you just wanted to do four?
You see, the name is Box. So think about
4 corners, eh?
So the 4 corners, and then that's it.
So if it becomes 5 sides, it becomes Alabaster.
Even though the inspiration, behind the name Alabaster Box, we took it from the Bible.
Yes.
Okay, the story of the Alabaster Box.
Yeah.
So it's more about the ointment, the box, the sweet smelling savor. So we are likening the music to the fragrance, okay, and then our lives to the box. But if you think about it too, it's a box.
Yes.
And a box there, it has 4 corners.
4 sides.
Yeah.
But
and that's
people
it.
had,
they tried wanting to join.
People have tried to join. Few ladies have tried.
And what
some ladies say, oh, Charlie, we want to join.
They said there's no need for you to join.
We actually tried to help certain lady group called the Mega 5 or something. Ladies. Ladies and Casanova, we are doing.
We haven't moved since. We are like this, we are like that.
Please, I'm careful.
That's so understandable. But then, another curiosity of mine, challenges you've had to face amongst yourselves over the years. What are some of the hurdles you've had, not you against the world, but amongst each other?
Oh, energy. Okay, Akuche can.
Yeah, I think he has something to say.
You know,
Yeah.
this is our work. Work is a factor.
Okay.
And sometimes work takes, we put work in front of whatever we are doing because it takes most of our time.
Okay.
You know, and because this person's gone here, that person's gone here.
Yes.
Like Michael is in Kumasi.
Yes.
You know, when we are supposed to meet and go to a program, he's not here.
Supposed to be on joy plan.
And
You
then
know,
sometimes somebody travels.
Yeah.
The person's not here. We have to, you know.
why did you point at him?
He's talking about himself.
And
That's why.
when he says somebody travels, it means it's allocated travel.
He's talking about himself.
So is it so? Because he pointed
When he
at
does
you.
this,
He traveled more of it. Of course, we also travel because of work. It's not like that, but he travels because
Family,
of family
and all that, you know.
Family,
So
okay.
it's all part of the problem.
But you see, one of the things I don't like doing is that sometimes if you don't take care, you paint the, and because young people like him, they are coming behind us. You want them to know that, look, whatever challenges they are going through, we've been there before.
Yes.
Recently, not long ago, I had to sit in a meeting with these young guys trying to help them solve it. And by the time we are finished, they realized that what they are going through, every single one of them will be there before. We fought over money before, like fiercely.
Wow.
And so that's why if you see Alabaster Box today, we are here today. For nothing can separate us.
He means
It
we
won't
had a
happen.
misunderstanding about
So
it.
you
There
fought.
was no fight.
There was
It was
no
not like a
so,
fight, like
There was a misunderstanding.
there was a misunderstanding.
No, but the way
over
someone
money.
was saying it, that's just it.
That's how to me. That's my nature. So yes, so we had misunderstanding over money before. We've had
So,
misunderstanding.
but I'm
over
really
eating.
interested in the money part.
What to do?
What happened?
Oh, that was. I think it was once.
Once.
And you see, from that point on, we learned our lessons.
Okay, so let me tell you.
Please
So
tell me.
let's what happened.
The issue is this. Alabaster Box, he started
Yes.
Alabaster Box
Yes.
with some of us founding members,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
And then we had new people joining.
Yes.
Some left.
Yes.
So now the money has come. You want to share the money. You are new. You want more. So I also want more.
Yeah.
But you are new. I need to get more.
Why do you want to have the same amount as me?
As a founding member.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we decided that equal share.
Okay.
So that equal responsibility.
was
We took a
everybody-
decision. And
Let me talk.
we who have been there from the beginning.
From the beginning.
We had to.
We just had to
understand
sacrifice.
And then sacrifice.
Yeah,
Accept
so,
that,
yeah.
Okay, let's do it together. Let's share everything together.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it helped.
And that was it. We decided that, look, never again. Not once.
No, I think,
He wanted, yeah.
So my takeaway from that experience is this, and I know you agree with me immediately you hear me speak, is you need to plan these things before. So you plan. If you have $1 million, if you get $1 million from this move, what will we do with the money? Before the money comes. When the money comes, you know money has a mind on its own.
Yes.
So you need to plan forward. If you don't have, and let me just quickly say, if you have a manager like we do right now, a manager called
Solves a lot
Albert
of
Tito,
problems.
he's watching right now.
He's watching right now.
Let me
All those
quickly
from the UK.
add his name before I get to the All right. If you have him, so you, I mean, there's no doubt about it. All jokes aside, one of the best managers we've come across, and we are lucky to have him on our side. He will bring your attention to the fact you need to plan.
Right.
Your year.
Yeah.
If this money comes, what do we need?
Yeah.
You need this instrument. You need to put money down. You have to
Do
pay
ABCD.
if you're going to pay yourself, you put money down for whatever. So all of that, I think,
It helps.
it helps. So plan before
and you
the
see,
money comes.
The money comes.
And you see, the reason that is very important is that at the time, that was the first time we've actually laid hands on big money. And it was like, we were recording an album and we went to Australia. We had to just truncate the recording and we got this opportunity to go to Australia. Then back from Australia, Charlie.
Wasn't that your first time going outside the
Yes,
country?
yes. That was our first time of traveling.
2001.
Now, all of a sudden,
2001.
all of a sudden, hey, this thing that we started not long ago, all of a sudden, just ending this. Then it's like there was a bit of confusion. What money should be used for, how it should be. It became a whole hula band. So because there was no plan.
There was no
Because we were
plan.
very young, we used to pray, we meet and pray a lot. We were praying, we're just happy doing what we are doing. We were not really thinking about it. The first time somebody gave us money, we just went to give it to our pastor. and knelt down. He prayed for us and he said that we will be blessed. So it was like that's the kind of group we're not really.
Take all the money there. Take all the money there.
No, we will definitely use some to bless the church.
Yeah.
No, but that's what we used to do.
Yeah.
No, frankly, that's what we do. The first one we gave it. The subsequent ones, it was a church project. We're just putting every money that we're earning from administrations, we're just putting it to church project. Now we'll put money into church project, but not everything.
Not everything.
No. Yeah.
What as a protege and with your members, what have you taken from all that they've shared with you over the time that they've been with you guys?
Well, we are blessed to have Alabaster Box.
Yes.
Because you see, and normally it's good to actually appreciate what your fathers have done.
Right.
It's like they have set the path for you. Like in the Bible, when God asked Abraham to go to a place where he doesn't know, nobody have done that before. So if Abraham did it and he succeeded, if you are after Abraham, then
he has paved the way.
He has given you an example.
Just walk on it.
So we just look up to them.
Yeah.
And to me, it was an eye-opener when I shared some of our challenges with him, and he told us that, we've gone through similar things. I was like, oh, okay, so how did you handle it? So it makes the journey easy for us to just go. Yeah.
Incredible. This is where we end the conversation, but please, we want a performance. Another one.
Can we stand?
Yes, please. Let's stand.
Go back. Let's. So we'll sing Gome.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Abraham, as they took up the wallet. I saw them all, and you want your wallet. Play my fan, if you're my fan, Bambi, Pepe. When I go home, and Baba, Nakano. What you want your acre, you go was a pallet. Can't be more like what they want on, they want we go cry. Ebafe, no name, no Benny, Banyene, Chila, cry. Moko, Benny, Banyano, Nino, Moko, Benny, Banyene, Chila, cry. Moko, Benny, Banyana, Bembelism, Zimbalazim, make up as a mega pabo, Zimbalazim, make up as a mega. Yam.
Thank you so much for your time, Alabaster Box. Thank you so much. Incredible having you here this morning. You've blessed us immensely. And thank you for also leaving a huge legacy by impacting and training and bringing up, nurturing these young ones. God bless you immensely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end the conversation with Alabaster Box. I hope that you have gotten all your answers in relation to all that you had in mind about them.